What can a year away from football do for the body and mind? Defensive tackle Al Woods lets us know. What's going on? Jackie Montgomery with your Seahawks Daily. On Sunday, defensive tackles Al Woods and Poona Ford played a majority of the defensive snaps as the D-line rotation was missing Brian Monet. For Woods, he played 60 snaps. That's the most he's ever played in his 11-year NFL career. He recorded a career-high 7 tackles to go along with a sack and a quarterback hit.
Al played a terrific football game. There was a ton of plays he was involved with, not just making the tackle, but contributing to the blocking scheme and keeping linebackers free and all. He had a lot of responsibility in that yesterday, and he really held the line of scrimmage great. Pushed the pocket well, had a great sack for us, and was a factor, pushing the middle in some of the pass rushes that other guys had success on. So he just played a really good football game. He had to play a lot of plays yesterday with Brian not there. I think he and Poona both played 60-something plays, and that's a lot of plays for those guys to play. And
I probably was at the most peace I'd ever been in a game, as far as just calm, just seeing what I see, reacting to only what I needed to see. So for me, it was fine. I mean, I didn't feel, dead after the game. We had a good rotation in there, so I felt good. Still feel good.
The LSU product said it was the preparation leading up to the game that made him feel so comfortable, but another contributing factor to his body feeling so good following a heavy workload was not playing football for over 18 months. Woods was part of the small group of NFL players that opted out of playing in 2020 because of COVID-19.
I was dealing with injuries that I didn't say, just because I was landed on the line for the team, and then I ended up getting suspended. Yeah, man, I took the year off. I just let my body completely heal. I didn't do anything up until end of November, December, and then I just started rebuilding my body and getting it back to where it needed to be.
While the brief hiatus gave his 6'4", 330-pound frame the time to physically rest and recover, mentally he was always still in the game.
You get a chance to reflect. You get a chance to freshen your legs. You get a chance to really, kind of recharge and kind of see where you are in your career and how long you want to play. I think that you get a chance to really, push toward the end. And we really liked him. He likes being here. And we have a great environment, as you know, and he's certainly taken advantage of his time off.
For me, it was more of a body thing. My mind never really got away from football. I always stayed in it. I watched it on Sundays. I didn't never guess would change to a fan. I was always a football player in the aspect of when I watched it. So I never really let my mind go. Because sometimes when you let everything go, it's really hard to get it back. So I made sure I kept that intact.
With his body back to feeling good and a newfound love for football, having Woods back in Seattle has been a welcome sight to the interior of the line.
We have high expectations for Al. That's why we wanted him back. He's a big force. He's a leader. He's a guy that everybody looks to, and he's a really good football player. So certainly we have really high expectations for him to be here.
Man, he's just been a force up the middle. Definitely a guy like myself, I notice it, when I'm, running free and able to make those tackles. A lot of it is because of the work that the D-line is doing up front to make sure that I'm free and I'm able to move. So he's definitely a guy that I'm extremely happy to have back. He always asks me after the play, like, did the center get to you? Like, what can I do better? And so, you love having guys like that.
Well, you can see Woods back on the football field with the team as they take on the Minnesota Vikings this Sunday.